Hey guys, the Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Speed Metal Collectible Darkest Night Wave, whatever you want to call it. Speed Metal Barry Allen. That's right, we're taking a look at some Flash figures because I'm out of new stuff to review. That said, of course, it's brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, and yeah, I'm actually dipping into the backlog of figures I've been sitting on for quite some time that I picked up during my infamous, was it 7-month long hiatus that I never got around to earlier. We're taking a look at them now because, well, I'm flat broke, can't afford nothing new, and there's a bunch of new stuff coming out, and I don't have any of it in hand. That or it's sitting in my pile of loot over at Big Bad Toy Store's hub. So there you go. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. If you don't like it, well then, I don't know, make your own channel and win the lottery or something. I don't know what to tell you, man. So, with that being said, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Barry Allen has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the collectible trading card. And no, I will not be using my reader for any of these DC Multiverse videos of older figures from Build-A-Waves. We got 20 figures to look at. Do you really want me to have my reader read these bios out, or do you want to just cut right to the chase and get to the figures? I thought so. So, there's the card. Cool. If you're into that sort of thing, I personally could take or leave the cards. At least they're ditching those stupid card stands. That said, he does also come with some lightning effects, or speed force effects, whatever you want to call them. His stay on okay, I'll give him that. But, most of the time these are straight crap and don't stay on at all. And that's your lot, other than the infamous hockey puck display stand we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases. So, look at Barry here. He is metalled out somewhat. He's sleeveless, almost said shirtless. And then he does have some kind of metal gauntlets on his forearms there. I do believe that the Dark Flash, is it? The Walmart exclusive gold label from a couple years ago. The crazy zombie face and whatnot. I think he uses some of these parts, but I think for the most part they're different enough to where they're not utilizing all of the same parts. I think that thing's upper torso might be different, and the arms obviously, possibly the knees and the lower legs, but I can't get to mine right now. A lot of my stuff's in storage, as you know. But, yeah, I will say, he also has, like, bat ears going on instead of the normal, like, flash lightning bolts. They're sticking awful straight up for Speedster there. But as far as articulation on this guy goes, his head can rotate. It's just a little awkward. You have to adjust it. He can't look down very far, but he can look up. So that's nice. And he can tilt a little bit. Shoulders can go out about that far. He can rotate all the way around. He doesn't really have that rotator cap thing, but I don't really miss it, so there is that, I guess. He's got a bicep swivel, double elbow. That works fine. He's got a ball hinge wrist. That does rotate, hinge, and swivel. His torso, how far does that go forward? Not the best, but not the worst. Goes back far, though. What the heck? Not very loose, either. It's tight enough. Can rotate up there and tilt side to side. Get all that same movement in the waist. Hips will kick out to the side about that far. Back, down, forward, back. He does have a tiny bit of thigh swivel in there. Not a lot. Double knee. Nice and crunchy, kind of, sort of. Gets up that far. No, Cliffs of Dover on the knees there. What about the elbows? Yeah, the elbows kind of, sort of. Whatever. And then he's got a ball hinge in the foot. That works pretty well. Despite the fact he's got this shin guard going on. But you can rotate. Rotates. And then he's got a toe joint. It's not loose on either side, so that's good. And of course, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So, very nice figure. I like him. Not knocking my socks off, but I'm happy to have him. Happy to have him over a couple other figures in this wave, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, we all have our favorites, and for me, this guy's probably one of mine, at least from this wave anyways. We're going to be looking at a lot of DC Multiverse on the channel. Not 100% sure the order in which these things are going to go up, but you know. So, standing him back up so we can move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Barry Allen alongside both, quote-unquote, kid Flashes. We have Wally West and Wallace West, I believe that's his name, both of which are not as metalled out as Barry. So, yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but either way, I think they scale okay. I think Wally is maybe a little bit tall, but I think this body buck, that's just how it is. And I think Barry scales quite nicely next to, again, is it Wallace? Getting them out of the way here. So we can bring in our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulus. And the infamous, find him, there he is, Limited Spawn, who, as usual, actually, I don't know how tall he is next to, yeah, towers over everyone, but not by a lot. So, with that being said, time now that we wrap things up, some final thoughts. Overall, and out of all the Barry Allens we've gotten throughout the entirety of the DC Multiverse line, I have to say, good old speed metal version here is one of my favorites. I think next to the Flashpoint Target exclusive version of Barry Allen, this is probably my second favorite because, first and foremost, you can't beat the classics, man. You just can't. But I am all for a hardcore, for lack of a better term, metal AF looking version of a character that I am quite fond of. I have to tell you, while Wally West is always going to be my Flash because of Justice League, the animated series, I did watch the CW Flash series, which Barry Allen was a major part of, so I grew to like him more through that. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.